Good afternoon, y'all. I just wanted to show you a little rainwater system we got here. Now, before we get started, I just want you to keep in mind, I'm doing this with a couple things in mind. One, this is a great little system for just supplementing some extra water around your house, for your garden, whatever you want to use it for. Off the grid, this would work. It's kind of small for off the grid, and it's pretty much the basics of it, but it would definitely work. You'd probably want something more elaborate to run your whole home if you was going to collect water. But for our little trapper cabin or an SHTF scenario, this is all materials you could scavenge easily and put together. I did every bit of this with no power tools whatsoever, just a hacksaw, knife, and round file. So all you do is, this would be your gutter here, and on this trapper cabin we got a little single pitch roof, so it means it just got a slant to it going one way, and we're going to run all the water down to our gutter here. We'll have a leaf guard on top of this. It's going to come in here, and I got this piece, and I might not even need it. The gutter, the downspout might be able to go right in here, or we're just going to have to see. I got this just in case, that way it gave me a little flexibility if I needed to come off the wall. And the water would run down through there, and Appalachia, boy, if you ain't got a loud truck. But the water runs down through here, and this part's a little deceiving because it's a lot longer than it would be. You wouldn't have this much distance between here and there. You'd actually have it a lot closer, but I'm just leaving the length on this, that way I've got something to play with. I'm trying to get it, approximate here, and then when I get up there, I'll fine tune it all to fit. But your water runs down through here, and we've got a T in here, and this section here, which is, about 2.5 foot long, something like that. I just eyeballed this. I didn't measure anything. And what this does is it allows your rainwater to come down through here, and all your heavy sediment, and, little particles, things like that, stuff that'll sink, it'll all sink and collect in this tube down here in the bottom. And then we've got to clean out, so we can clean that out every so often because it'll catch a lot. And this is a great system. I'm sure it's got a name, but I don't know what the name of it is. Anyway, once it gets full, your water will come back up through here and runs this way, and it'll come down into the barrel here. And I'm not finished with this yet. I want to get some kind of flange. I might see if I can modify a tulip flange and put in here, because I just want some more distance. I want this to come over. I don't want any kind of water to pool on top of here or anything like that and seep in. We're not going for straight potable water right out of our rain barrel, but I want it as close as possible, just as clean as it can be. And then we're going to have these barrels just like this, and this one's a little different. I've just got it in here to show you. There should be a T here, and then when I cut the length off of this, because these are a lot longer too, I'll use those to join these three together. But the water would come into here, and I just modified this cap here. This is the cap that's screwed into the barrel here, and I just modified it with a piece that I'd found and siliconed. It's in there super nice and tight, and we're just going to dry fit all these pieces too. I'm not going to glue them together because we're not going to be under a tremendous amount of pressure, so it's not really needed. It really shouldn't leak, even just dry fitted. And if we get a drip here and there, we'll take care of it then, if it's even worth really messing with. Now this is going to come down through here, and this will be the one closest to the wall. This will probably be shorter too. All these pieces, just keep in mind, they're a little bit longer than what they should be, so you get the gist. And it's going to come through here, and when we get to the end, I put a T in here with a cap so I can clean this out too. I want to be able to take everything apart and clean it every so often. And it's just going to come down here. We've got it reduced down. It's going to come through and go through the wall about right here, or maybe pretty close over here towards the end of the cap. It's going to go through the wall, and then it'll just come through here, make a 90, and just have a slight slope downhill over to the sink. Don't even really need one, to be honest with you, because as long as these are a good bit higher, there'll be all that water pressure behind it. But just to where it already comes in and the height of the sink, I know it's going to be sloped, so that's pretty much it. The only difference that this is going to be is this will be a T here, and there'll be a T here, and then there'll be an elbow on this end, just running all three of these together. And I've still got to do the overflow and a few little things to tighten up. And once we get it all packed in, because I got to pack all this stuff in, I'll be carrying these up one at a time with whatever I can fit inside of them. So when we get it packed in, we'll cut everything to length, and you guys will see it next then.